Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the IWN YouTube channel. This is your WWE Evolve, April the 16th, 2025. Watch along. I've been live for Evolve at least 6 times now. This is the 7th time I've been live with a Evolve watch along. If you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and make sure you turn on the bell for all notifications for more WWE watch along content here on the channel. Thank y'all for tuning in, especially to everybody that over on X that's here tonight for this stream for WWE Evolve episode 7. Evolve mode activated, folks. Let's see who's going to be crowned the Ultimate Champion tonight when we tune into Evolve to check out this main event Fatal 4-Way Women's match between Kendall Gray, Brittany Reese, Kaylee Armstrong, and Chantel. Going to be one of the best Fatal 4-Way matches on Evolve. I can tell you that much. These are star-made Evolve female talent. Who's y'all's money on? Let me know, and let's go ahead and tune into WWE Evolve episode 7, and most importantly, let's get the conversation started. It's probably going to be on a commercial break since we maybe. Hold on. I hope not. Yes, it doesn't go on commercial. Thank God. Usually some Evolve episodes go on commercial break. Some of them do. Come on, pull up. Stop playing around, man. Stop loading like that. Hold on, this thing's messing up. We gotta pause it. I hate when I'm live and the damn episode starts to mess up. There's nothing on except for my TV, my laptop, and my phone. Is there an internet interference somewhere going on around here? Can't be happening. I know that can't be happening. Almost like an asteroid. Almost like a fucking asteroid's getting ready to land on Earth. That's how bad the fucking episode's skipping.
Tonight on Evolve, for the first time ever.
I'm calling out all y'all chicks in the locker room. All y'all can get it, and it ain't nothing none of y'all can do about it.
A women's fatal 4-way.
I'm ready to show that I deserve to be in that ring.
The energy is just flowing throughout this whole thing.
I don't care how many people I have to fight. I'm going to do what I have to do to make sure I end up on top.
Look at the showstopper diva. She just oozes charisma.
I know that I deserve a spot at the top.
Kendall Gray, undefeated on WWE Evolve.
4 girls, 1 match. The winner of this is going to be who's mentally toughest.
That is incredible. Speed up the wall. Kelly connection.
Who will be the face of the Evolve women's division?
I want to be the face of Evolve, and I'm going to prove that I'm going to be the face of Evolve.
It all goes down tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WWE Evolve on Tubi. I am Peter Rosenberg. I'm joined ringside by Robert Stone. Rob, it's WrestleMania week. We're here. We made it, baby. We are here, and we have a huge six-man tag team match as Jordan Oasis makes his return from being knocked out by Joe Coffey. It'll be Jordan, Jack Hartwell, and Cappuccino Jones versus Gas. We have so much to do in our pre-WrestleMania episode of Evolve, including 4 women with a lot on the line, including winning streaks for all of them. I'm talking about Brindley Reese, Chantel Monroe, Kendall Gray, and Allie Armstrong.
That is going to be an incredible match, a women's fatal 4-way match. That is going to be great.
Joey Martinez, that's me. I've got Kendall Gray here. How you doing, buddy?
I'm great. How are you?
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm great.
So how does one growing up in Las Vegas find wrestling?
I had an older brother growing up. He started doing like jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, MMA type of stuff. I joined and I fell in love with it. And then when I got to high school, there was only men and no women. And my dad made jokes saying like, "Oh, you should try out for the men's wrestling team." And I was like, "You're kidding, right? Like they're just joking. There's no women on it." And he's like, "No, seriously." And then I did it. I made the team and was on varsity. Became one of the first females in the state of Nevada to a tournament for the guys. I loved contact sports. I just felt comfortable for me.
All right, so we have this intense fatal 4-way coming up. What would it mean to you to be the face of Evolve?
Look, Chewy, I know I'm going to be the face of Evolve. I know what it's like to be a champion. Before coming here, I was a 3-time undefeated national champion in college. And that's exactly what my plan is here at Evolve, to be undefeated. I'm on a winning streak, and I'm only looking to continue that. This fatal 4-way match is just a stepping stone for what's next for me.
I believe you. All right, the fatal 4-way match is tonight's main event right here at Evolve. Kendall, great. Thank you so much for being here. Woo! It's going to be a good one.
Obviously, a big night for all 4 ladies, including Kendall Gray.
Your winning contest is scheduled for 1 fall. Introducing first from Yonkers, New York, weighing 215 pounds, Terrell Wounded.
Well, Robert Stone, I got to tell you, I am excited every time we get a look at Trill London. This is one of the most unique talents in WWE. Yeah, he's an abstract alpha. He's too weird to be normal, but too cool to care. And he is back for his 2nd time here. He lost last time to Keanu Carver, and right now he's trying to get his first W. Oh, and hello, Ice Williams. Hanging out in the VIP lounge. You know you can always find someone in the VIP section. And tonight, Ice Williams taking in the action as we get ready for a big match.
Those of you that are just now tuning in, welcome to the channel. If you're just now tuning in anyway. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you do, hit the thumbs up.
Robert, talk to me about where Harlan Lewis is right now. I'd say so far in WWE Evolve,
I already have WWE Stand Delivered 2025 preview predictions live stream scheduled for tomorrow night. I'll probably make that announcement tonight, but I'll be live with it, going over the preview predictions for that for the WWE NXT Stand Delivered pay-per-view.
Men that we have on the roster in Evolve, but before we can even think about Keanu Carver, Harlan Lewis.
Let's get some likes on the stream, man, because I don't see none as of right now.
First time seeing Trill London, you may notice right away, Robert Stone, you can clearly tell.
Keep on supporting the channel, most important. I'm still at 743 subs right now.
I actually saw a few months ago at NXT when Jeff Hardy was there. These two got to meet for the first
Yeah,
time.
Luis is definitely winning this match, judging by how good he is in the ring. You got Victoria as your referee. You know, that woman with the boxing background, that woman that used to be a boxer. I'm pretty sure she's a retired boxer.
As you heard earlier, and is finding his footing in WWE Evolve as one of the true powerful big men, as you see those bruising shots to the back of Trill London. Yeah, he's a brawler. He's a scrapper. He's a street fighter. He's just an all-around tough guy. You can see his Ice Williams there watching. Look at him. Just talking smack right in his face. That's nasty. Ice Williams. VIP and glad as he saw Trill London's back smash into that turnbuckle, courtesy of Harlem. And now a big right hand there from Trill. The big over-the-top rope drop. I don't know that I've seen that one.
He's innovating some offense, just like his idol, Jeff Hardy.
Now the question is, can he use that momentum to get some offense? He's going to go to the top rope. This could be a risk, but a risk you might have to take if you want to take down the big man.
Oh, everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the mouth.
That's exactly right. Or the gut in that case. Right there, a big shot from Harlem Lewis. Trill London in a heap of trouble. Where are we going now, Rob?
It is the boom flag.
The pin, 1, 2, 3.
Here is your winner, Harlem Lewis.
Oh, man. Ice Williams looking on as Harlem Lewis makes pretty quick work of Trill London. Rob, tell us what you see here.
You hear him innovatively flipping in the ring, hit him with a drop kick. But in the end, it was Harlem Lewis with the boom slam to get the 1, 2, 3.
Right there in the middle of the ring.
Got him.
Get over here, brother. You're on a win streak, my friend, just like Keanu Carver.
The craziest part about all this is I'm getting paid to do it. Keanu Carver. Keanu, I want my face off. Tell Steven to make it happen.
Oh, the Dallas boys are here.
You saw Harlem get a win over Joe Coffey a few weeks ago, and now Coffey's back with backup.
Oh, it's not just Joe Coffey. It's Mark Coffey. It's Wolfgang. It's all of Dallas.
I'd love to see if those two went at each other again and be at Dallas in his corner cheering them on if things would be different. Joe Coffey doesn't like to lose.
Harlem Lewis clearly wanting to smoke, but separated as Dallas now standing tall in the ring right here on WWE Evolve. Oh, it's cartwheel time, baby. Cappuccino Jones, Jordan Oasis.
The following contest is a 6-man tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, the team of Jack Cartwheel, Cappuccino Jones, and Jordan Oasis.
3 unbelievable young talents that you are privy to see every Wednesday on Tubi. Now let's go back to last month, shall we, Rob? Problems right here between Wolfgang and Sam Holland. A couple of behemoths. And of course, you'll famously remember this ridiculous left hand.
My God, yeah, Joe Coffey knocked him right out there with the southpaw jinx. No different than when Debo knocked out Red, I'm telling you.
That it was Debo, Red, and Jace. I mean, sleepy time, and now you better believe Jordan Oasis wants some revenge. Cartwheel, Jordan, and Cappuccino Jones against the Gallows Boys right here on WWE Evolve. It's 6-man action on a Tubi Wednesday night before WrestleMania. By the way, is your flight book? You gotta leave.
It's WrestleMania week at first class, are you? Yeah, look, Cappuccino Jones, Jack Cartwheel, I gotta say, I've been noticing that wrestling together all over the country, the WWE ID program, and they are getting a lot more serious. They're building a lot more chemistry together. But the thing is, even with Jordan Oasis, they always kind of have like a third wheel. Like, how are these three going to work together? I don't know if I'm getting it.
Well, it's interesting you point that out because, of course, the Dallas Boys have a lot of history in NXT and elsewhere. Brothers who truly know each other as Cappuccino Jones gets the tag and is in the ring. You're right, though. It is interesting to see that. Cappuccino and Cartwheel always seem together, but very often there's a third member who they may not have the same level of camaraderie or chemistry.
Exactly. And when you think of the Dallas Boys, I mean, these guys, we've talked about this before. They do everything together. They are professional. If you look up
Professional, yeah, they are professional wrestling. The fuck you talking about, man?
All right, Jordan Oasis gets the tag. He's ready for some revenge. Big right hand, back and forth in the middle of the ring. Oh man, no one wants a piece of these forearms from these two big men. My God, Robert Stone.
Jordan Oasis don't mind getting hard. He abandoned everything for pro wrestling. He abandoned everything to Evolve. He's got nothing to lose. He's got no power. He lives out of that bag. We still don't know what's in that bag.
What is in the bag?
Who knows? I mean, that's the thing. We're trying to figure that out. Who is this guy?
I'll tell you what, though, he is down to sit there and exchange blows. And if he keeps doing this with one number of gallows after another, he's going to find himself in the hospital.
I mean, right now he's staying on his feet, and he just took down Joe Coffey.
Wow, what a right hand. Double missile drop kick for Cappuccino and cartwheel. A lot of high-flying action in this six-man match to get things started. Hold on! Time to move! Wow, that's what Cartwheel and Cappuccino can do on any given night.
Wow, this match has been intense and action-packed so far.
We have more six-man tag action next.
All right. The result of this match could have implications for future storylines and matches. Now, this win, if Gallus wins, well, guess what? Check this out. A win for Gallus, if they win, a win for Gallus could solidify their position with a loss, and that might lead to tension within the team or a new feud. I think fans were eagerly anticipating this match, to be honest, especially the talent involved. The energy and the reaction from the audience so far is playing a significant role in shaping the match's outcome and overall atmosphere. Now, here's the thing. I'm gonna go over this while it's on ad commercial break. It's on the third and last ad commercial break. Here's the thing, folks. The match pits Gallus against a trio of wrestlers, making it an exciting, unpredictable contest, which it's been so far. But the outcome of the match could go either way, depending on how the teams work together and execute their moves. Now, if Gallus utilizes their signature strength and coordination, they might emerge victorious. However, if Jordan, Jack, and Cappuccino Jones can capitalize on any weaknesses, they could definitely pull off an upset. But I think this is definitely, this is not no squash match. By all means. No question about it. It's back on, folks.
Chino Jones going to get some as well.
Let's see what happens.
Exciting time to be a performer in the WWE. No matter what show you're on, it's WrestleMania week. Everybody's watching. All eyes are on this show tonight. You can tell these guys are a little tanner than usual. They're going a little harder than usual. The whirly dirly. Is it possible for you to be tanner than usual? Yeah, of course. You're always double dark. You're always so spray tan. It's sometimes I can smell it when you walk in the room. Oh, big driver there. Cappuccino Jones in a world of hurt. Cartwheel, the legal man at the moment. There is obviously a size.
Oh, let me see who this is.
In reverse
reverses into a
I hate when phones ring while I'm live, while I'm watching a wrestling show. I hate that shit. That's so annoying as fuck. That's annoying as fuck. That really is. I'm not fucking answering that shit.
As well. But right now, Jordan Oasis trying to get revenge on Gallus. Big knee. And he's looking good right now. I see the size and power of these guys, and I truly understand why you cowered from the wrestling match. Al, can you just get through a match?
So who do you guys think is going to emerge victorious? The Powerhouse Gallus or the Speedy Trio?
Blackout cannonball, and he landed on his feet. And wait, how is that even humanly possible? And he's going for a pin. 1, 2. Kick out at 2. That was psychotic. Of
The
course,
tension is palpable. Who's going to grab the win tonight?
We are stacked. It's WrestleMania week on.
Oh, Wolfgang's tagged in. Wolfgang! I thought he was going for the rock bottom for a second. That's what it looked like Wolfgang was doing.
My goodness, here comes Cartwheel.
This Jordan guy's looking fierce, man. He was looking fierce in the ring.
Size and power taking over for Gallus. I mean, this is just dominance right now by the Gallus boys.
Uh-oh. Well, after all, Gallus boys is known for their powerhouse moves.
This can't be good. 1, 2, 3.
And that's it. Done.
Here are your winners. Big win for Gallus on Evolve as they stand.
Well, after all, I said a win for Gallus could solidify their position with a loss, while a loss might lead to tension within the team. So this win for them is definitely solidifying their position within the Evolve Tag Team division. If they have do they even have a tag team division? That's my question.
Jordan Oasis down 1, 2, 3.
They got a tag team in Gallus.
This is what you expect from maybe the strongest and most experienced team on Evolve.
Let me not too close here, Steven. Send those points. Pull back in the bus. I'd like to see we're hungry, but we are starving. It's Dallas boys on top, and we're starving. But boom.
An incredible way to start the night, but don't forget, we have an incredible women's fatal 4-way match tonight that will set the tone for the women's division on Evolve. And let's hear from one of those competitors, Chantel Monroe.
Evolve family, how you doing? Chewy Martinez, and I'm here with the amazing Chantel. Hello.
Hello.
It's not every day that I get to sit down with world-class athletes. How does one get from Auburn to WWE to Evolve?
I was scouted at Nationals saying, we want you to try out for WWE. At first, I was like, I don't think that's me because I'm very prissy and very girly. I know that I love to perform. I love to connect with the audience. I love dressing up. I love hair and makeup. So I was like,
The theatrics.
she's theatrics, yes. And I felt like that's what I did at Auburn, and maybe this was a calling for me.
When you look down at you and your gymnastics career, you were prepared for all of this already. And did you think that carried over?
Oh, absolutely. Gymnastics was. It was not only physical, but 90% mental. And it prepared me for this lifetime, but especially for this moment here.
And what does it mean when you hear me say, you possibly be in the face of Evolve?
That means everything to me because I know that I have a spark. I know that I'm that girl, and I know that I can be the face of Evolve.
So here we are, this fatal 4-way. How are you preparing for that match?
Just training every day and really just going for it. No doubting myself because I'm really that girl in every way.
There you have it. The fatal 4-way is your main event tonight on Evolve.
Listen, I love me some Chantel Monroe. Oh, look who's in the VIP section. Ice Williams still hanging out, taking in the action, but hold on. Oh, the consigliere! Look, Ice Williams must feel so lame right now after the consigliere has that beautiful expensive shoe. Luca Crucifino representing the family, hanging out in the VIP section to take in the action on Evolve, and what they'll be taking in next is a hell of a matchup. Oro Mensa versus Javi Barral That's next on WWE Evolve.
Didn't we already seen that before?
At WrestleMania.
No, we haven't.
From the entertainment capital of the world, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, CM Punk.
Every which way you look, they are rolling.
Kaylani just posted some beautiful photos of her on Instagram and X. I'm making a comment on it right now.
Evolve fam, how you doing? Chewy Martinez. Look who's hanging out with me. Callie Armstrong. How you doing, homie?
Doing good. How about you?
The pride of Inglewood, California.
Right here.
When I say Inglewood, California, what does that mean?
He interviewing Kaylee Armstrong.
I'm born and raised in Inglewood, California. You know,
Kylie Armstrong is in the house.
Callie Armstrong talked about the power.
You are a superstar.
I appreciate that.
Like 100%.
One of the most exciting young talents in WWE Evolve.
If I would have told you this years ago, would you believe me?
If you told me this 5 years ago, I'd probably believe you.
Okay.
Things sound crazy, but the type of person I am, if it don't sound crazy, it ain't big enough. Once I lock in and once I put my mind to it, it's a wrap.
Tough, strong, confident, and she doesn't seek validation from others. You know who she does it for? She does it for herself.
How does one prepare for a four-way match?
With a four-way match, I feel like everybody is physically able to do it. The winner of this is going to be who's mentally toughest, because we're going to go to war. I told y'all, I'm different. This is all mental, and we're going to see who's able to sustain at the end of this. And I promise you, it's going to be Callie Armstrong.
Callie Armstrong, Chewy Martinez, fatal four-way match. You're not going to want to miss it tonight. It's the main event, baby, on Evolve.
Callie Armstrong, very, very focused as well on a big night here on WWE Evolve on Tubi.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, representing Meta 4 from Ghana, West Africa, weighing 198 pounds, Oro Menza.
God, man, I just love the diversity of talent that we have here. So many different types of wrestlers from so many different parts of the world. Of course, Oro Menza, the stud from Ghana, Metaphor, the main man. This is a guy you have to see.
He could be the guy to take Evolve to the next level. I am telling you, main man Oro Menza. Totally agree. He's got heat.
And his opponent from Golden Gate, Florida, weighing 210 pounds, Javier Bernal.
Now, on the other side of things, it's been a tough few weeks for Javier Bernal. He's still trying to find his footing to some degree in Evolve, Rob.
Yeah, well, the last time we saw Javi, he kind of left behind that vintage big body Javi jacket that he was always wearing. And sometimes, you know, you got to leave a piece of yourself behind. It doesn't mean you're incomplete. It means you're making space for a better version of yourself. And I think that is what Javi is trying to do.
Well, what do you think it is that led to Javi needing to find a new version of Javier Bernal? Things were working pretty well as big body Javi.
Lack of wins. I mean, when you look in the mirror and you go, man, I'm not winning matches. I'm not progressing. I'm not getting TV time on NXT. I want to go to Raw and SmackDown. You got to do something. You got to change the game for yourself.
Oh, I thought when that happens, you quit wrestling and become a commentator on Evolve.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, Peter. I really don't. Can you? It's WrestleMania week.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna. You know what? I'm being hard on you. Oro Menza and Javi Bernal. I'm Peter Rosenberg. That is former NXT superstar, assistant to Ava, of course, at NXT.
You do know I have power here, right? You don't forget that. You can be replaced. Like, I can make one call and Peter Rosenberg can never be sitting next to me again.
Who are you going to call?
You know exactly who I'm going to call. I worked for her.
Oh,
I don't think
Lord.
Stevie or Ava would sign off on that. Big job there from Oro Menza. All right, here's something we can all agree on, though.
He still does work for her.
Menza. It's just so special. He jumps off.
What is he talking about?
Yeah, when he's in the ring, you got to
Probably a
expect
joke.
the unexpected. Right? He's like a bullet. He's fast. He's relentless. It's impossible to stop. And you know something? He's doing great here, even though he just took that drive. He's doing great here on Evolve without metaphor. He's kind of finding himself here, and it's working for him.
As you see the athleticism from Oro Menza, just an interesting, charismatic, unique style. One of the truly special talents you'll see. And Big Body Javi is finding himself in a hard way early on as he eats a kick to the back from Oro Menza.
Yeah, you know, I think a lot of people doubted it. I think they said, can he make it without metaphor? And sometimes you got to stand alone to prove you can, and he's proven it, doing things like that big kick to the back.
He's a former NXT UK Tag Champion, debuted in NXT back in 2022, so he does bring some experience to the table.
And it's all about respect, okay? He makes you bring that respect in the ring when you're fighting.
As right hands are exchanged in the center of the ring.
Action's heating up, man.
He's asking, who are you for Big Body Javi?
Uh-oh. The crowd is enjoying what J-Bar Burnell is doing, man.
A very elusive Oro Menza.
Who y'all think's gonna come out on top of this one?
Javi Bernal down.
Oh, and now he's finding something. You know, Javi had a lot of hype when he came here to WWE. Remember, first ever Colombian wrestler in the WWE. People were
Colombian, Afro-Colombian, which means I'm Afro-Latin, which means I'm Afro-Latin.
What he's have to do with Oro Menza on his feet now.
It's not a joke. I'm serious. When you're African Caribbean, you're gonna have a mix of European and Asian ancestry and DNA. You could also have a mixture of European and Latino DNA too. If you're African Caribbean like me, you're Afro-Latino like me. If you're partially Latino like me, if you're partially Caucasian like me, if you're partially Native American, African American like me, I'm fully African Caribbean. That's my actual race. That's one of my actual races. I'm African Caribbean, partially Native American, Caucasian, European, and partially Latino. So I'm partially Latino, European, Caucasian, Native American, African American. I'm partially all those races I just named. Now my full race is African Caribbean.
WrestleMania week on WWE Evolve. Big Fatal 4-Way coming up later. Right now, it's
my actual full race is African Caribbean, not African American.
With a big right hand from the outside. Is he going south and get here up?
I don't know. This is a dangerous place to be.
I have a mixed race, by the way. I'm multiracial.
And now Javier Bernal could be in trouble.
I have a African Caribbean, African American, and Native American ancestry, along with some Latino ancestry. As well as European and Asian. So it pretty much means fully African Caribbean, partially Native American, partially African American, partially European, and partially Latino.
Boom! Autumn with the call of autumn. Beautiful execution from Oro Menza.
Partially Asian and Indian.
Now, congrats to Oro Menza. Another huge win. He remains undefeated.
So I'm basically multiracial.
But now the question is, who will get the
I'm grateful and happy and proud to be multiracial.
WWE Evolve Women's Fatal 4-Way. But before that,
ooh, the Fatal 4-Way coming up next. Now it'd be time for me to order my sweets tonight. Fatal 4-Way is coming up. Oh, I've been waiting for this. Two of my main favorites are in this match too. Friendly Reese and Kendall Gray.
herself, Brittany Reese.
Evolve fam, how you doing?
There's Brittany Reese.
Martinez, and here we are. Look who's hanging out with me, man.
Yeah, we see her already, man. We know.
That's a great active mindset.
The fitness freak, the exercise
Jeez.
guru.
If I would have told you 6-7 years ago that you'd be a wrestler, like, what would you tell me?
I wake up every morning and I'm open to whatever possibilities, opportunities come my way. And I think being that way brings in the opportunities. And here I am.
Here you are. Here you are. Let's talk about this crazy.
There you are.
With Kendall, Chantel, Callie, and yourself. Just imagine you being the face of Evolve. Like, wow.
Every single one of the women in this division, we all want that same thing. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to prove that I'm going to be the face of Evolve.
The Women's Fatal 4-Way is tonight's main event. I'm excited, and you should be too, because it's going to be bananas.
It's gonna be bananas. Yep, like what he said, he's right. It's gonna be bananas. I don't know if he said that in a good way or a bad way. Hopefully, he said it in a appropriate way. I'm just saying. I'll be right back, y'all. I'm gonna take a break from this screen for a little bit. Don't go anywhere. I'm back, y'all. What are you talking about, Temple? I'm not watching AEW. I watched Evolve. I'm ordering me a milkshake and a sundae. And I was talking to somebody. I had a phone call, plus somebody had texted me. So it was a very important text, too, that I had to take. I ain't going to reveal exactly what that text was about. But I'm back, y'all. Sorry for the long wait.
Wait a minute, please be quiet for a second, Peter. Please, she is here. It is Friendly Reese, the fitness freak, the guru. She wants to help the world be fit.
I'm back, and now we can continue to watch along.
Love Friendly Reese. And listen, I give credit where credit is due. She posted a thing like this shit. Okay? Did you not know that? Did you see how tight these fits are up? No, I'm not gonna lie.
Are y'all watching AEW or Evolve? I'm watching Evolve. I watch Evolve over AEW any day of the week.
I don't know if I can have that type of mindset. It is main event.
I stopped watching AEW a year ago.
It is main event time. It is WrestleMania.
There's nothing important on AEW anymore. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I don't understand why people are still watching AEW. It's garbage. It's garbage every Wednesday night. So, like, I don't understand why people are watching. What's the reason? What's the reason for people to be tuning into the show? Well, like, there's nothing interesting about it.
So whoever gets this win tonight in the main event is definitely, I mean, there's been rumblings of a women's championship. They all want to be that person.
For my sake, Temple, I hope you're not watching that shit.
I gotta tell you, that's the question. But before we get to that, I go through with that. I want to continue this.
Again, I don't think that's an accredited school. I just want to say that. I'll explain debutante later. Let's see who else we have. Oh, yeah. Kendall Gray. Another woman you have to keep your eye on in this matchup, in this fatal four-way. When you talk about who the face of this division could be, I'm sorry, you talk about the two women who were already in the ring.
Oh, there's Kendall Gray.
You talk about Brittany Reese. You cannot forget Kendall Gray.
No, you sure can. She's a boss lady. She commands respect. She's got no fear. She's unapologetic. But I'm telling you, she just kind of blew past her friend Carly. They didn't have a big high five or hug. I'm telling you, she doesn't really want her there cheering her on. She doesn't need it.
And listen, just because they didn't have a big show of emotion doesn't mean she's upset that her tag team partner is there to cheer her on. And there is Carly Bright, full cheerleader, pom-poms, the whole nine, literal pom-poms. Oh, man. Now, what do you say about Callie Armstrong? This is a woman who has had a chip on her shoulder since the very first episode of WWE Evolve. We heard from her earlier. This is a woman who believes she's not only the future of Evolve, she believes she's the future of WWE.
Yeah, well, this is her night to prove that. You can feel it. She told me earlier today.
By the way,
she can feel it. She knows it's going to happen. She's tough. She's strong. She's confident.
I got to tell y'all something else. Before I came back in here, I got a notification and found out that I got a like from none other than Javar Burnell of Evolve. I got a like on a post that I tweeted on a tweet that I tweeted out. On a tweet that I tweeted out 21 minutes ago. He seems to like the tweet that I put out. That's very, very good. Very, very good. If he's liking the tweet that I put out, that must mean I'm doing something right. It must mean that I'm saying the right things that I should be saying on X. So, I mean, I know more than what I'm saying after all, but like, it was a great match between Oriel Menza and Javar Burnell. I'm not going to sit there and flat out tell y'all a lie. If I was lying, I would admit it. I would flat out tell the truth and tell you that I'm lying, but I'm not. I believe this singles match stole the show tonight, and this Fatal 4-Way women's match that I'm about to tune in and watch, that y'all are about to tune in with me to watch, is going to steal the show even more tonight. I believe at the end of tonight, I can say this is one of the best Evolve episodes that I've watched on TV this year so far. There's going to be a lot of things coming out of this Fatal 4-Way match that I'm going to enjoy, just like there were a lot of things coming out of that singles match between Ori Menza and Javar Barnell that I enjoyed personally. We're going to go over that at the end. One thing's for sure, that singles match did better than the tag match tonight. I mean, the tag match was great. Don't get me wrong, but it had some ups and it had some downs. But you know, it was a solid tag team match. But the singles match was great. The singles match definitely had a lot of ups. It didn't have no downs. Well, yes, shout out to Devar Burnell for the like on my tweet. If you guys want to go give Javar Burnell a follow, you can. You can go give Javar Burnell a follow at Javar Burnell WWE. Because I just gave him a follow after he just liked my tweet. As soon as the moment he liked my tweet, I immediately gave him a follow on X. So I'm pretty sure by the time this Fatal 4-Way match ends and I tweet out about the Fatal 4-Way match, that's how you know I've been vaping, because I can't even get my words right. I vaped earlier and then I took a nap. Now I woke up. Next thing I know, it was like 6 something. My mom's already gone to work, so it was like 6 something. So I got up and I started working on the thumbnail for my NXT Stand and Deliver preview and predictions live stream that I'll be live for tomorrow night. Heading towards Stand and Deliver, which the pay-per-view will be taking place this Saturday afternoon. I took off Saturday afternoon specifically so I could be live for both pay-per-views. Y'all should be thanking me, and y'all should be lucky that I took Saturday off, because otherwise, if I knew Stand and Deliver was going to be garbage, I wouldn't be taking this day off like I did. I wouldn't be taking Saturday night off. Or Saturday morning off. Or Saturday off as a whole. The main reason why I took Saturday off is so that way I can be able to watch NXT Stand and Deliver in the afternoon, be live for that, and be live for WWE WrestleMania 41 Night 1. I don't want to be live with both WWE NXT Stand and Deliver and WrestleMania 41 Night 1 at the same time. It just wouldn't make sense. I don't want to be watching both shows at the same time. I want to watch only one show at a time. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter that it'll still be on Peacock. I want to watch the show one at a time. I don't want to be multitasking, watching both wrestling shows, man. I don't want to be doing that. And see, that's what Temple in the live chat thought. He thought I was watching AEW and Evolve. No, buddy, that's when you're wrong. I was watching only Evolve, not AEW. I've been saying for months and months and months, everybody that subscribed to my channel, everybody, all my followers and supporters on X and on my YouTube community knows that I've been saying this for months. I've been saying this for months and months, that I stopped watching AEW a year ago. Everybody knows exactly why. I'm not even going to explain it. It's a simple answer. And it's a simple answer that I feel like I've been saying several times now. Now you got all this AEW talent all of a sudden leaving and getting signed to WWE. Yeah, that's a clear sign that Tony Khan is fucking up. That's a clear sign that Tony Khan is fumbling the ball. that's a clear sign that AEW is failing to live up to its expectations. I just hope eventually Thunder Rosa and Mercedes Moné sees that. I just hope all the AEW talent see and realize how terrible of a job Tony Khan is doing with AEW and leave that company for good. Please. Tony Khan does not care about all the AEW men and women's talent. He only cares about himself, the money, and the promotion, the company. He doesn't care about the talent. He's only using that talent to gain money, man, to gain attention. That's just like there's no excuse for Tony to book Athena on weekly AEW television. You can't keep talents like Athena on Ring of Honor. Are you fucking kidding me? Really? Come on, man. Talk about one of the best AEW women's talents that they have on the AEW women's roster. And you opt to keep her on Ring of Honor. Yeah. One of the many reasons why I don't watch AEW anymore. Another reason why is because Tony Khan's creative is complete garbage. It's terrible. It's just like Vince McMahon's all over again. Like, no, nobody's watching terrible AEW television every week. Especially if you have no important storylines, no important matches put in place, especially if you don't have that. Especially if you don't have the right producers or writers to write better AEW television, man. And I think it's time for AEW to start doing it, start hiring better writers and producers to write better AEW television, because AEW television has been horrible every single Wednesday nights. I've been hearing it time again from people in the internet wrestling community on X. People been telling me, you don't think people ain't been telling me? They've been telling me about how god-awful AEW Dynamite has been. And how worse AEW Collision was before there was no Collision anymore. And I heard they're still airing Collision on TNT. Man, I don't even care. I just don't. I just don't even care, man. I really, really, really don't. And you know what? I got to give Triple H credit in his interview, speaking on the fans, on the internet who think they know the business. You know what I mean? You don't have to always know the business. You know what I mean? But I feel like, and I'm pretty sure I'm not the first one that said this. I'm pretty sure I'm not the first one that's going to say this, but I feel like he's talking about the fans who complain just for the sake of complaining. There's a lot of WWE fans, just like there's a lot of AEW fans, who will complain consistently. If the television is terrible, if the shows are terrible, of course the fans are going to complain. They have a reason to complain if the shows are terrible. Just like I have a reason to complain if the shows are terrible and not produced and written correctly. That's what we human beings do. We have every right to complain. We have every right to complain and explain the reason why we don't like this or we don't like that, But sometimes when Triple H gives people what they want, Some of them still complain. Triple H gives the people what they want, and they still complain. And that is the main issue for Triple H right there, I think. I think that's Triple H's main issue with the fans. Dude, nobody should be complaining at the beginning of this year because Triple H has been doing a phenomenal job with these shows week in, week out. Like, I don't care what anybody says. Triple H is doing better than Vince McMahon, better than what Vince McMahon would never do. Vince McMahon never gave the fans what he wanted when he was in charge. All he did was bring the fans down and bring the shows down and the talent down. At the end of the day, Vince McMahon was all about Vince McMahon himself. He was all about the money and the power. He was not about the fans, giving the fans what they want. That's not money and the power is not what Triple H is about. Triple H is about giving the fans what they want. That's the kind of chairman we need. Chairman that's all about giving the fans what they want and running the business like how the business should be run. Having the right writers and producers to produce the shows like how the shows should be written and produced. Booking matches that should be on the show that do deserve to get attention. That will be bangers. But believe it or not, we've seen a lot of bangers like we've seen a lot of bangers like that John Cena Cody Rhodes feud. We've seen a lot of banger matches like Sheamus versus Gunther. We've seen a lot of banger matches like Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. John Cena versus Randy Orton back in the day, matches like that. Matches like Carmelo Hayes versus Andrade over on SmackDown last year. That was one of the best matches that SmackDown ever produced. Right there. Like I said, Triple H gives the fans what they want, and some fans are still complaining. It's sad. It really is. Please just stop. The complaining from the fans that were diehard fans, that were once Triple H supporters, still fans that are basically still the same fans that are complaining. Still complaining. Don't forget, some WWE employees are paid to be exclusive sources for some wrestling news and accounts. I think the dirt sheets are ruining the news more than they're ruining wrestling, to be honest. I think they're ruining the news like they did on the news on Julia dealing with an injury. Remember that? Remember I had an issue with that and I went on a rant about that? Yeah. I still believe to this day that it was visa issues. I think it was because of visa issues still. But I also think it was because of a creative direction or personal reasons as well. Julia's back on TV. That's over. She's back. She's healthy. 100%. Great to see her back on TV because NXT needed her back. She was one of the other women that NXT needed back on TV. Stephanie was on TV too. Stephanie, I feel like NXT still needs Stephanie and Julia. Stephanie and Julia are most of the best women's wrestlers that the NXT women's roster has. Kaylani Jordan, that's another one you got. You know, you got Cora Jade, you got Roxanne Perez, Jada Parker. Yeah, all this women's talent on the NXT women's roster. This is the greatest NXT women's division that I've ever seen. The greatest NXT women's division of 2024 and 2025. Period. You can check it off, put it on paper, whatever. However you want to do. My favorite women's division is NXT. My favorite women's division will always be NXT until something in the Monday Night Raw and SmackDown women's division changes. Or at least until the NXT women's division flumps or fails. I don't think they're ever going to fail. All those NXT stars they got on the women's roster, nah, not a chance. They ain't failing. They are not failing. And believe it or not, the NXT women's roster is still going to succeed with Roxanne Perez being called up to the main roster. With or without Roxanne, they're still going to succeed. Don't forget, Roxanne Perez made that women's division the best that it's been then and the best that it is now. So I just want y'all to remember that. I want y'all to really remember that. Seriously. I'm overall excited for the WrestleMania weekend. I'm excited for NXT Stand and Deliver. I'm more excited for NXT Stand and Deliver more than WrestleMania, shockingly. Julia and Stephanie are my main favorite women's talents on the NXT women's roster. I want to see them succeed this weekend. I want to see Stephanie retain her NXT Women's Championship. Either that, or I want to at least see Julia win the NXT Women's Championship back. One of the two. Because they're both my favorites. Julia and Stephanie's gimmicks are great. Their movesets are great. Their mic skills are great. Everything about their character, everything about both Julia and Stephanie are great. Huge fans of both of them. I bought their merch. I'm still wearing Julia's WWE Shop.com hoodie merch that I bought. And I'm still wearing her shirt too. Her old shirt. I still have her new shirt in my drawer. I still have Stephanie's shirt in my drawer too, and her hoodie that I bought on the WWE Shop.com. I still have that OTC hoodie. You know I'm always be a huge fan of Roman Reigns. Talk about the greatest of all time, Roman Reigns, man. The head of the table, the original tribal chief. He's probably got some new merch coming out again already, I assume. Triple H is right about one thing. Some of the fans in the internet wrestling community on X do complain too much. I mean, he's giving the fans what they want, and some of the fans that have been Triple H supporters for years are still complaining. He's probably talking about his supporters that are still complaining. They get what they want, they still complain. I mean, it happens. I mean, Triple H got to learn to also realize that we all are going to complain about something that we don't like. We don't like it. we want to change it. If we don't like it, we don't like it. And if you know we don't like it, then you need to do something about it. You need to make a change. Solve the problem. I think for Triple H, he just need, if they hate it, they don't like it, he needs to just change it. Solve the problem. Just solve the problem. That's all he needs to do. It's that simple. And if Triple H can solve the problem, and if Triple H can give the fans what they want, the fans that they still complaining, the fans still complain. If he can get the fans to still complaining what they want, then the fans that are still complaining, even though he gives them what they want, the fans who are still complaining won't complain anymore. Will they complain a third time? I doubt it. I doubt it, man. That's just like AEW. Every AEW fan, everybody that stopped watching AEW has a reason to complain. That's just like everybody that watches AEW has a reason to complain. If Tony Khan is producing some garbage, which he has been every week, if Tony Khan's been producing some garbage, he's going to complain. They're going to complain. If Triple H, just as like if Triple H produces some garbage, the fans are going to complain. If the fans are complaining about Triple H's creative or Tony Khan's creative, that means something needs to be done about it. That means Triple H and Tony Khan needs to do better. Needs to do better with their creative, better with their writing and producing, better with how they book matches, That's where the 50-50 booking comes in. Some people don't like that shit. People are going to complain about that. 50-50 booking, creative, writing, producing, and how you book the matches is a big deal for a lot of fans. Like myself, and I can understand. Especially when it comes to long-term booking. That's the main thing. Long-term booking. If you're not giving the fans enough attention to watch your show, then what's the point of even producing and writing a show? If nobody on that men's and women, if nobody on the WWE AEW men's and women's roster, if there's nobody, and I mean nobody, if the WWE AEW fans are not fans of nobody on the AEW WWE men's and women's roster, you might as well not even have a roster. If the 100% of the WWE AEW roster fails, you might as well not have a roster. You might as well not have a promotion. So in other words, there's no point in having a promotion. There's no point in having a roster if you can't fix the roster, if you can't make the roster stand out, if you can't make the promotion stand out, if you can't make the shows stand out, if you can't write and produce the shows correctly, if you can't book the matches correctly, there's no point in having a wrestling promotion. There's no point in running WWE. There's no point in running AEW. There's no point of wrestling existing. There's no point. There's absolutely no point. I just want the WWE and AEW fans, and I just want all the WWE talent to understand that Triple H is doing the best that he can. He is doing the best work of his career. He's doing better than Tony Khan, for fuck's sake, for crying out loud. Why the fuck does talent still want to get signed with AEW? Who wants to get signed with AEW? Probably nobody. Because of how terrible Tony Khan is doing with his promotion and his talent. Do you think any WWE talent that's got released wants to get signed with AEW? Yeah, sure. Yeah, Bobby Lashley, probably nobody else outside of him because he's already there. Yeah, I can't see new talent being released and signing with AEW. I can't see that happen. I can't see Baron Corbin going to AEW. I can't see, just like I can't see Becky Lynch getting signed with AEW. I just, no. No. No, 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 no. And the more the shows on AEW Dynamite and Collision get worse, the more audience they're going to lose. And the more money they're going to lose, the more money they're going to waste. AEW should have never existed. There's no point in having AEW. There's no point in having All Elite Wrestling. There's no point. A lot of the talent there are getting kept in Tony Khan catering, getting wasted on TV, not getting pushed, not getting more TV time. They're all just sitting in the shuffle, man. And it sucks to see that. It sucks to see that. It really does. Why do you think that X account heel Uzi shits on AEW all the time? Because their creative and producing is garbage. Their rosters are garbage. Their promotion is garbage. All because of Tony Khan. Tony Khan needs to change the roster. He needs to change the promotion. He needs to change how he writes and produces, or whoever writes and produces AEW television. They need to make changes to all that. If they're not making changes to all that, then that's where we can say that it's a problem. It's a problem. It's a huge problem. It's a huge issue. Like what? And now I just seen a screenshot of Ricochet quote tweeting Capaholic's post saying that, oh man, these guys fucking suck. I think he's referring to WWE. No, WWE ain't sucking right now. WWE is succeeding right now. WWE is succeeding more than AEW right now. WWE is winning over AEW every week in terms of the viewership, the ratings, the booking, the rosters, everything. But yet Triple H gives us what we want, and people that Triple H gives what they want still complain. It's like, why are we complaining? Triple H is doing what needs to be done. The shows have been great then with Triple H in charge, and the shows are great now with Triple H in charge still. So, like, The people that's complaining about Triple H's creative needs to cut the shit. His creative is not garbage. The person that you really should be complaining about, the promotion that you really should be complaining about is AEW and Tony Khan and his garbage and his shitty garbage promotion. That's what you really should be complaining about, not Triple H and his promotion. Jesus Christ, give me a break. We got these AEW shields online trying to put WWE down for no reason. The AEW shields online are doing nothing but embarrassing them fucking selves. They need to just shut the fuck up and sit the fuck down. That's what they need to do. It's exactly what they need to do. Period. The AEW fans have no room to say nothing because their promotion sucks and their promotion is failing because of Tony Khan. Because of Tony Khan. He's the only reason why this promotion is failing. Tony Khan refuses to change the men's and women's roster. He refuses to change the promotion. He refuses to boost up the viewership ratings for Dynamite and Collision, just like he refuses to give the AEW fans what they want. He's not giving the AEW fans what they want. See, the AEW fans think he's giving them what they want, but he's not. He's giving them what he wants and what his vision. You know, he only cares about himself and his vision. He only cares about the money and the power, just like Vince McMahon. He's a puppet, just like Vince McMahon. He only cares about giving the fans what they should be grateful for. When he wants to control the fans. He wants to. I don't want to say it, but I'm trying to find a new way to say it. He wants to make the fans his pawns. He wants to control the AEW fan base. He wants the AEW fan base to support his creative and think his creative and his writing and his booking is great. No, it's not. Because if it was, the AEW viewership for AEW Dynamite and Collision ratings, viewership would be going up every week. Is the viewership for AEW Dynamite and Collision going up every week? The answer is no. The answer is no. And it's fucking sad, but it's true. It's absolutely sad, but it's true. Yep. Hallelujah. It's not my fault that AEW fans. It's not the WWE fans' fault that AEW fans need to quit blaming the shit on the WWE fans. The WWE fans have nothing to do with AEW failing. Seriously, like, cut the shit, man. Tony Khan is the only person that has to do with AEW failing. And believe it or not, Ricochet, everybody on that AEW men's and women's roster are going to realize that that shit promotion that was once a good promotion is going to be no more because of Tony Khan. Then, when the AEW promotion is no more, there's going to be no AEW men's or women's roster. There will be no more AEW. Especially when all the AEW men's and women's talents find out how bad Tony Khan's creative really is and leaves the company. and asks for their release because they're not getting pushed. They're not getting TV time. They're not getting booked correctly. They're not getting good gimmicks. They're not getting the gimmicks that they want. I feel bad for every single AEW men and women's talent that's on that roster. Knowing how terrible Tony Khan is with his shitty creatives, man. Like, I feel bad for them. I feel bad for Ricochet too, man. Ricochet is getting taken advantage of like a motherfucker by Tony Khan. Every single AEW men's and women's talent is getting taken advantage of by the president of AEW, Mr. Tony Khan himself. And Ricochet doesn't even see and realize that. The writing's on the wall. Sooner or later, he's going to realize it. He's going to figure it out. He may be shitting on the WWE fans now, but he's going to really figure it out. He's going to figure it out. Then he's going to apologize to WWE fans, and he's probably going to apologize to JD. Then he's going to apologize to the rest of the YouTube content creators. He may get so upset that he probably will apologize to his wife. He don't apologize to his wife. How much you want to bet Tony Khan is telling Ricochet to tweet out and say all this shit that he's saying about Nick Khan and Triple H and the WWE fan base? Man, for real. Seriously. I'm just saying. If AEW doesn't make a change to the AEW men's and women's roster now, if they don't make a change to that promotion, if they don't make a change by hiring AEW writers and producers that's going to write better AEW television, I'm sorry to say it, but AEW is going to fail, and AEW is going to be no more. So Tony Khan needs to open his eyes and realize what he's doing and do the right thing. If he won't do the right thing, then, well, his shows are going to continue to fail. The viewership is going to continue to decrease. The ratings are going to continue to decrease for Dynamite and Collision. That's all I got to say. That is all I got to say, man. Seriously. I'm done. I've gave AEW... Listen. Years ago, before I started watching AEW, I gave them chance after chance after chance to impress me. To produce better television. Nope. Didn't impress me. They failed, and failed. So, when they started failing every week, that's when I stopped watching. I said, you know what? I can't take it anymore. I'm done. Ever since then, I've been watching WWE still. I've always watched WWE. I've always been a WWE fan. I was a WWE fan ever since I was a child growing up. In case anybody didn't know that. If you didn't know it then, well, you know now. I'm still a WWE fan. I'm still a huge fan of Roman Reigns. I'm still a huge fan of Julia and Stephanie. I'm still a huge fan of Kelowna and Jordan. I'm still a huge fan of, what's her name? Roxanne Perez of our NXT, all those NXT women's talents, you know. I like what Braun Breaker's doing. Seth freaking Rollins, still one of the best talents WWE has. Jey Uso, I like that every time Jey Uso comes out, he's already over. Because the fans are putting him over. Him and his team over. The Jey Uso movement still continues to this day. It has never faded. Never fainted. It lives on, continues. But back to what I was saying about Evolve. I'm done. Yeah, I had got a like by Javar Burnell. He liked my tweet. This is what I tweeted out and said. This tweet really got his attention. I tweeted out and said that the WWE Evolve match between Oriol Mensah and Javar Burnell was a high octane clash that showcased the incredible skill and athleticism of both competitors. As y'all know from watching the singles match, Mensah's lightning quick movements and innovative sequences kept Burnell on his toes, while Burnell's power and intensity pushed Mensah to his limits. The match was a back and forth battle with each competitor trading near falls and showcasing their technical prowess. Mensah's speed and agility, of course, ultimately gave him the edge he needed to score to win. Burnell's resilience and determination made for a compelling contest. Overall, was an exciting, technically impressive match that highlighted the strengths of both wrestlers. I'm waiting on my DoorDash, man. I don't even know what's going on. They haven't got here yet. They haven't been here at all. I may have to get my refund back on my order. I don't know if they keep changing. I don't know if they keep. I don't know what's going on over there. That's why I want to be able to watch this Fatal 4-Way match. I'm waiting on my DoorDash, but they ain't got here yet. Yes, we're still live for Evolve. I haven't continued the episode on the screen yet. But boy, that 6-man tag match was something else on Evolve, man. I could see them introducing Evolve Tag Team Championships sometime soon. I think the first Evolve Tag Team Champions should be Joe and Mark Coffey, in my opinion. These guys are like, I don't know how to explain it. Ever since their days in NXT UK, Gallus was on the road, and I felt like they was undefeated during that time. They probably wasn't, but I felt like they were. I'm going to play some music because it's quiet. Kind of quiet in here. I'll take this off the screen because I've been back a long time ago. Well, I'll be live with my WWE NXT Stand and Deliver preview and predictions live stream tomorrow night. I think either Trick Williams, Javon Evans, or Stacks is going to be revealed as the leader of Dark State. I feel like the reason why it's going to be Stacks is because Tony D keeps telling him that he's got this. Stacks wants to be the leader of the D'Angelo family so bad. and Tony D's not giving it to him. So I think this is gonna lead to Stacks turning on the Angelo family, and maybe he'll be the leader of Dark State. But it doesn't make sense because Stacks is not in the title picture. So that's why I say it's either Trick Williams or Javon Evans. That's the leaders of Dark State. One of the two. But I still think Stephanie's gonna retain. And that's when I think Jordan, Grace, and Julia are gonna get called up. And that's when I think Jada Parker is gonna be established. That match is gonna establish Jada Parker as one of the best top heels in the NXT Women's roster. Might as well keep Jada Parker at the top, man, because she's going to be the next NXT Women's Champion before you know it. I mean, she's been giving it everything she's got week in, week out. That's who Kaylee Armstrong reminds me of. Every time I see Kaylee Armstrong, she reminds me a lot of Jada Parker. Really does. That energy, that's real talk. Wait, I think I'm just gonna. I think I'm gonna continue to watch along. I can't afford on this DoorDash. I can't. I get impatient real quick, like I really do. I'm trying to be patient. My patience is running thin. Hey, think about it. I should have ordered this stuff way before the darn main event. But right at the main event is when I started ordering this stuff. Yeah, it still ain't came. I don't know what the hell's going on. That restaurant better not have forgot about my order, man. So I'm canceling and getting my refund back. And how is it taking this long after all this time? You know what? I'm finna go ahead and tune into this Fatal 4-Way match. Cause I just can't wait anymore. Like for real. Shit's getting aggravating.
She doesn't need to. I'm gonna tell you, I'll say this. Callie can be a little crazy at times, but that mantra, not seeking validation from others, it's kind of deep. That's the way to live life.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is your main event! Introducing first, from Roseville, California, Ridley Maurice!
Make sure y'all hit the thumbs up because I did not see no likes on the stream. And that ain't good. I'm gonna need y'all to hit the thumbs up right now. Keep viewing this stream.
And their opponent from Inglewood, California, Cali Austin.
All of these women, impressive in different ways. They've all done it in different ways. Their path to this match, Robert Stone, has been different for each of them. But now they all have the exact same goal: be that face of WWE Evolve.
Let me tell you something. Now that the bell has rung, I am very curious to see the game plan for each of these individuals, because I'm pretty sure I can say this. I don't think any of them have ever been in a four-way match before, and it's a different animal. You see right now, I guess the game plan is to get rid of Callie Armstrong because they're all teaming up on her.
Well, I mean, sometimes isn't it going after who is the biggest, most powerful, most dangerous competitor and try to get them down? Apparently, that's what they see in Callie Armstrong.
Yeah, it's not a bad plan, but, you know, you just going into this match, how do you prepare? There's three other opponents. Anything can be going on anywhere. There's no tags. You really do need to have eyes in the back of your head if you want to be successful.
These women with a lot of
It's happening.
Of Evolve as Chantel Monroe gets to work. Shoulder block to Kendall Gray, but now she's rolled up 1, 2, and now another pinfall. Kendall Gray pinning Brindley Reese 2. We have Madness, another pin, and another. This is what makes this so complicated. One pinning combination after another, but Callie Armstrong's back in the ring, and frankly, she's had it. I mean, they're all trying to win the match.
Finally, man. I don't know what the heck. What was McDonald's doing this whole time? Maybe my front cashier will tell me tomorrow. Given that she worked there. She worked at the other job that I work at too. I don't know. Something going on with this thing. I can't type nothing. What the fuck is going on here, man? I can't type nothing in. Oh. There you go. Finally, my DoorDasher finally came. I've been waiting on my milkshake and my Sundays for a while now. I've never kind of got me suspicious, man. I've never thought I've never had to wait this long for this. All right, let's go ahead and tune back into this Fatal 4-Way match. This Fatal 4-Way match was Evolve's main event of the night for episode 7 of Evolve. So let's tune back into it because it was getting great while I was watching it.
Something stupid to do, but Callie, right now, she is pissed off that 3 women just all teamed up on her.
And Callie Armstrong is no frills, no nonsense, just big right hands to everybody. Kendall Gray can eat another one as she gets sent right into Brittany Reese. And now a shoulder block from Callie Armstrong.
Look how quick she just came to the ring and changed the game. She's dominating 3 superstars at once. 3 human beings, Peter.
Oh my God. Did you see that shoulder into all 3 women at one time? Let's take a look at that again. Callie Armstrong. She sends in Chantel Monroe, and then boom, all 3 eat that shoulder. Callie Armstrong right now went from outside the ring to running things in the ring. And now we got double small packages too. So Robert, how do you try to prepare for a fatal 4-way?
Well, that's the thing. Sometimes over-preparing isn't a good thing because then if your plan goes south, what do you do next? So sometimes you gotta kind of just get in there and see what happens and just expect the unexpected. I mean, it's my line. It's what I always say because that's what this is.
Well, here you go. This is what I know you've been waiting to see. 2 of the best athletes in this division. Callie Armstrong and Brindley Reese, 2 incredible natural athletes. Very strong. Callie sending Brindley into the corner and a big right hand to the face. Man, she's lethal with that right hand.
Well, these 2, they're both powerhouses. And like, it's WrestleMania weekend. I'm telling you, tornado snap suplex. I am telling you, these are 2 superstars. 2 performers that in the future we're going to see on a WrestleMania. Remember the words that I'm saying. These 2 in the ring, these 4 in this match, we will see them in the future on the WrestleMania.
That's what's so exciting as we get ready for WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas this weekend at Allegiant Stadium.
Hopefully we do see them.
Comes in, and everybody is going to work on Brittany Reese. She's getting it. Her feet, her head, her neck. But here comes Kendall Gray, and now she's going to try to choke out Chantel Monroe.
Only in Evolve. Only in Evolve. What is going on?
This is absolute madness. Big kick there from Callie Armstrong. Is that enough? She's going to break this whole thing up. Wait, is she looking for a Boston Crab?
She's got them both locked in.
And now Kendall Gray jumping on the back of Callie Armstrong. That might be the only approach you can have, Kendall, because I think strength-wise there is no matchup for Callie Armstrong in this match.
And just grab onto her, hold on, it's hard to do. And see what happens.
All 4 women vying to be the face of WWE Evolve in what is such a huge week for all fans of pro wrestling. A double pin there, that's not going to do it. As
yeah, that ain't going to do it, man.
Clothesline from Callie Armstrong.
You've got to think, whenever that women's championship does come to Evolve, they know it's coming. At some point, it's going to come. They both really want it. She was right there going for the Callie connection, I think.
That's the idea. You might have to gang up on Callie Armstrong.
WWE's got some of the best talent, and they got some of the greatest talent of all time. They got the best talent and some of the greatest talent, or greatest stars of all time. And now Kendall Gray is taking control of this Fatal 4-Way match.
Armstrong, Kendall Gray, and Chantel Monroe on WWE Evolve. Peter Rosenberg, Robert Stone. It's WrestleMania week. In just a few days, we'll be at Allegiant Stadium. But right now, you have the future of WWE proving themselves. This is where pro wrestling evolves every single Wednesday night at Tubi. And right now, Chantel Monroe is climbing up the top rope. Robert, I don't know what she's trying to do with it.
This has been a wild one. It seems like it's going to get wilder. It has lived up to the hype.
Wait,
mindset that you talk about? Let's look back.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my goodness. Brindley, of course, the workout freak. She shows you the strength right there. And then she's throwing big right hands to Chantel Monroe and Callie Armstrong, shoving them down. I mean, this is just outright power from Brindley Reese.
Is it regular that I'm sweating this much and I'm not even in the match?
Honestly, yes, because you are obsessed with Brindley Reese, so I'm not surprised by it. But you know what? In this case, it's kind of called for, and she's going to work right now.
I mean, it is anyone's game at this point. Like, if you even wanted to attempt to pick a winner, who's it going to be? It has been so evenly matched and non-stop movement.
Now, listen, personally, I would say at this point, Chantel, I would say Brindley and Callie have probably had the most effective offense throughout this match, but there's Chantel Monroe, proving wrong 2 count. And Kevin Gray breaking up the pin. So much on the line in this matchup. The big insecurity there from Chantel Monroe to Kendall Gray. Callie Armstrong eats 2 knees.
At this point, it's really almost who is just lucky enough to be in the right place at the right time for somebody not to break up the pin.
2.
And she wasn't so lucky there because 2 of them broke it up.
Big shout out to this crowd in here tonight, by the way. Best crowd we've had so far. They have been hot all night for WWE Evolve, and they're getting deserve an incredible fatal 4-way matchup in the main event between 4 of the most promising superstars in Evolve. And they're right. This is awesome.
Everyone in this match, they're not playing the game they're on the board. What performances? What way to prove themselves? What way to prove that they're WWE superstars and they belong here? What a match.
Absolutely.
And we're not over yet.
And again, just so impressive when you look at the resumes of all these superstars. They've all done it in such different ways. Right now, Kendall Gray and Brindley Reese exchanging lots of chops there from Kendall Gray. Whatever you got to do to get it done, Kendall.
I mean, at this point, what's left besides throwing hands?
Look at that. Boy, she's just shoving people down to the ground.
Fireman's, why not? Another one.
I'll tell you what, man.
A third.
Kendall Gray is wrecking shop.
Beast. Overhead, baby.
Did you know Kendall Gray had this speed, Roberts?
You know what I did? And she sure doesn't need these pop-ups right now, but Carly's happy for her.
Kendall Gray dominating the competition. Here comes Brindley Reese.
Kendall's going to the armbar. She has got it locked in. No! Brindley is still in the fight.
Brindley Reese using every last bit of energy she has left.
We've seen Kendall win all her matches with the submission. Could this be another?
Will Brindley tap? Oh, instead the big splash from Callie Armstrong to Kendall Gray. And Brindley Reese out of harm's way, at least for a moment. My goodness. Now we get Callie Armstrong and Kendall Gray. It's one incredible combination after another.
Oh, with the power slam.
That could be it. 1, 2, and Brindley Reese breaking things up.
Did you see how easy Callie just caught Kendall? Like it was nothing.
All right, Brindley Reese tosses out Callie Armstrong. Going for another pin. 1, 2.
Whoa.
What is that? Wait, I thought she, is that the predictive mindset?
I mean, maybe she didn't realize that's what she was.
She didn't realize?
I mean, sometimes when you're in the heat of the moment.
Oh, she realized what she was.
That was odd.
But here's Chantel Monroe looking for a quick roll-up. 1. And now, Callie Armstrong.
Callie connection out of nowhere.
My goodness. Callie Armstrong sends in Chantel Monroe the power slam. 2, 3.
Here is your winner, Callie Armstrong!
By hook or by crook, Callie Armstrong finds a way, although there's the crook. Brindley Reese tried to get 2 feet on the rope there. It didn't matter. Callie Armstrong gets the win. There was the incredible splash off the top from Kendall Gray.
And right here, you see that wild powerbomb superplex combo that took all of them down.
And then in the end, Brindley Reese, right here, as I talked about, trying to cheat. I'm shocked to see that for Brindley Reese. That's not Brinnergy, all right?
Yep.
In the end, it didn't matter. Callie Armstrong.
I don't think Brindley Reese was meant to do that, but
and look what happens here at the end.
I think she got too excited, or that was maybe in her plan.
And then a power slam on Chantel for the big win. What was a phenomenal win.
There you have it. Callie Armstrong getting the big W. What a journey it's been. She was so upset in the early weeks of Evolve, and now you have the general manager, Stevie Turner, showing her respect. Congratulations, Callie Armstrong, on a huge win. It was a huge night on Evolve. We'll see you at WrestleMania.
Cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. Let's just get one of everything.
Everything. Buy everything. These Capital One.
Inside the first ever WWE.
Oh, that's that. That's that. Y'all have any questions before I get off? My music's not playing. What the hell's going on here? He's acting weird tonight, man. Everybody saying Dynamite was fantastic. Give me a break. Who cares? I don't care. I don't care because I watched Evolve tonight. I don't care because I watched Evolve tonight. Oh, AEW Dynamite, easily their best show of the year, blah, 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 blah. I'm sitting here on my phone checking out on X, checking out all the comments about AEW Dynamite tonight. Everybody is saying that Tony Khan had one of the best AEW Dynamites of 2025. Honestly, personally, I don't care. Because I don't watch it anymore. I stopped watching it a year ago. I still would rather watch WWE Evolve than AEW Dynamite. That ain't gonna stop me from watching Evolve. AEW having one of their best Dynamites or having their only best Dynamite episode of 2025. I'm glad Tino's Time doesn't watch AEW anymore. I don't know why the rest of the YouTube content creators. I don't understand why the rest of the YouTube content creators choose, and the rest of the AEW YouTube content creators choose to watch AEW. There's nothing exciting about AEW. I mean, I've been saying it since I started watching it. It's nothing legitimately important. And plus, I'm tired of hearing about AEW all the time anyway. Knowing that they're suffering in the viewership and ratings, knowing that they're getting beat by WWE every week in viewership ratings. I do wish AEW would start taking notes of what WWE's done and how good WWE's doing with their creative, producing, writing, booking matches, and their Raw and SmackDown NXT men's and women's rosters. Maybe if they follow WWE's example and do what WWE's doing, maybe they'll be, maybe the shows on Dynamite will be better. I'm just saying. Oh, and guess what? Josh Alexander signed with AEW. Who cares? Evolve was a solid episode tonight, actually. AEW had one of their best dynamites of 2025, says half of the internet wrestling community. Meanwhile, WWE Evolve just had one of their best episodes of Evolve of 2025. That fatal four-way match solidified that, in my honest opinion. The fatal four-way match was the best match of the entire night on Evolve. I don't care what anybody says. You want to know what the other, and you want to know the other best match of the night? You want to know what the other best match of the night was? Javar Burnell versus Oriole Menz. Another best match of the night. So those were two best matches of the entire evening. And I enjoyed them. Wow. I've been impressed with Evolve and what they've been doing. I really have. Evolve has been so good that they need to make the show 2 hours. They need to make this show absolutely 2 freaking hours. That's how good the shows have been. This show reminds me of 2 hours of Monday Night Raw. That's what this reminds me of. This talent that was booked for the show tonight, they put on a show for these fans, man. I mean, the fans were going crazy all night on Evolve. It's just tremendous. I honestly feel like watching Evolve. I feel like watching this episode again. That's how good it was. That's the honest to God truth. I mean, everything good came out of it. But boy, was Kayla Armstrong dominant in that Fatal 4-Way match. I mean, she killed it. I'm getting ready to go over my overall thoughts on the entire show. My eyes, the corner of my left eye lately, man, it's been feeling very weird. Like, I don't know what the heck's going on. Man. What? What is this? Oh, Lord. Okay. So here's my overall thoughts on Evolve episode 7. Here we go, folks. Sorry to keep y'all waiting a little bit. So WWE Evolve episode 7 was a very, very elaborating ride filled with electrifying matches, unexpected twists, captivating storylines from the opening bout to the finish, showdown, to the final showdown. From the opening to the final showdown, the energy was horrible, keeping viewers on the edge of their seats. Wrestling was top-notch, with standout performances from several competitors who pretty much showcased their incredible skills and athleticism. Now, the episode also expertly weaves together multiple storylines, some progressing in surprising ways. Meanwhile, others setting up intriguing future matchups. Overall, it was a fantastic installment that left fans eagerly anticipating what's next in the world of WWE Evolve Wrestling. Well, folks, I think that's going to do it. I'm getting out of here. If you enjoyed WWE Evolve, let me know your thoughts on the WWE Evolve Episode 7 in the comments when the stream officially gets reviewed and put on the channel. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and share the stream. We are close to 750 subscribers. I want to get there so I can start working my way up to 760. And we shouldn't be not too far from getting up to 800 subscribers. I appreciate y'all for tuning in for Evolve Episode 7. I appreciate you tuning into the WWE Evolve watch along, most importantly, for the show. Like I said, I really enjoyed it. It was an incredible show tonight, and hopefully Episode 8 will be the same way. I'm out of here, y'all. Have a great rest of y'all's Wednesday midnight, and see you guys live for your NXT Stand and Deliver 2025 preview and predictions, where I'll be going over my own preview in my own words and my predictions in my own words. So, I'm out of here. Bye for now. And like I said, I'll see each and every single one of you tomorrow live for the NXT Stand and Deliver preview and prediction live stream. Have a great night, everybody.